I'm gonna go ahead and start the spiel for the class, and I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen, and just gonna show you the slideshow of who I am right now. Let's see. Okay. So here's the screen. All right, we'll go to present. Okay. So welcome to CAD once again to spring 2021. So again, the goal of today's class is just to get to know each other a little more, become familiar with what remote learning is going to look like for the semester, and then kind of how the semester is going to unfold. And this will go pretty quick. I only have 30 minutes on Zoom because of my account, but that's okay. We'll get through it pretty quick. So here's a quick picture of me and my family driving around in the car, going to Rocky Mountain National Park. That was pretty fun. My daughter Sylvie learned how to weld this summer, so we did a bunch of welding. Henry and his buddies did a lot of mountain biking. I did some mountain biking too. Here they are again, mountain biking, playing lacrosse. This was a slideshow I'm sure you guys have seen before, or some of these pictures anyway. Okay, so I got my undergrad from Metro State in industrial design, and I specialized in furniture and like retail display. So this was some undergraduate projects that I worked on. This is some furniture, actually a door, table, and some stairs, and some retail displays for a store in Boulder that I did a lot of work for. I had my own company for a while, building furniture and retail displays. I also worked for the Museum of Nature and Science. This is one of the it's kind of behind the scenes, like props and stuff like that, but I did a bunch of work in Space Odyssey. So if you're ever in Space Odyssey, there's a bunch of stuff that I worked on in there. This was a spa company that I worked for after college. So we built custom stainless steel spas and staircases and all kinds of bath fixtures and custom fun stainless steel stuff. It was kind of cool. Okay, oh, we got another student. All right. Okay, welcome, Michael. How's it going, Michael?
Good. How are you?
Good, good. I just started my slideshow a little bit, so you're doing all right. It's just fine. We'll pick up right here. So I was just telling everybody else, this is some work I used to do. So I used to work at a sheet metal shop that fabricated stainless steel, custom bath fixtures and hot tubs and staircases, stuff like that. And I'm just sharing with you a little bit about my background and where I came from. Um, when I had my own company, I worked for a bunch of different clients. One of them was an engineering firm downtown. So I built their reception desk, their bookcases, a bunch of the stuff in their office, all the tables for the engineers where they worked and their workstations and stuff like that. Again, most of my design is done in SolidWorks. I think a lot of these were drawn in SolidWorks, if I remember right. And then after I did this kind of work, I did that for about 10 or 12 years. And after that, I became a teacher. So I taught high school for 4 years. I taught advanced manufacturing in DPS. And then I moved to CCD about, this is my second year at CCD teaching CAD. So it's pretty fun. All right. So if you guys have questions along the way, you can feel free to put it in the chat, or you can just unmute and interrupt me at any time. It's no big deal. Yeah, just interrupting me is probably best. actually. So the first thing I'm going to start with actually is the syllabus. Okay, and so on the call today, I have two groups. I have two classes. I have the intro inventor class, CAD 240, as well as CAD 244. The the information that we're going over today is applicable to both groups, so I just combined the two groups today. Um, from today on, I know there's been a little bit of question about this. It will be asynchronous, so I'll post like videos and assignments in the mornings that you guys can look at and go over. I am totally available during class time, so 1 to 3:45. Call me, text me, email me. I'm totally available if you have questions or concerns. Also, if you're not doing work during that time of day, I might be a little less reliable if I'm teaching another class or something like that. But text me, email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. But let's go ahead and start talking about the syllabus, and hopefully I answer all of you guys' questions. All right, so you guys are both, the CAD 240 and 244 are in the 1 to 3:45 time slot, but again, it doesn't really, you guys are kind of working at your own pace to some degree, so that doesn't really matter. Today is a start day. It ends March 10th. We're in a compressed format for this class. So here again is my contact info. This is my preferred email, so please don't email me through D2L. I forget to check that email. This is the way more reliable email right there, is the standard ccd .edu email. That's a good one. And I do have office hours posted, but honestly, just reach out anytime. It's no problem. Okay, for this class, the required material is a subscription to Solid Professor, as well as downloading Inventor onto your computer. So Inventor is free, and I'll go into a little bit more depth on that in just a minute. Solid Professor, I think, is $80 or $85, but it's for the year. And I'm just going to go over to Solid Professor right now, and we'll talk about that a little bit. Okay. So if I'm imagining some of you have gotten this loaded up a little bit, but the cool thing about Solid Professor is it contains curriculums for all of these programs that you now have access to. So if you take Inventor this semester and you take Advanced Inventor next semester, you don't have to pay for the subscription again. You don't have to pay for it for another year. So if you come back next fall and take SolidWorks, still good. Or if you want to work ahead or just do some learning on your own, it's a great tool for that. I've been using Solid Professor for 6 years now. It's been really, really good, and it's getting better all the time. It's the tool that School of Mines and CU Engineering, CSU uses it, their engineering school. It's a really well thought out and well designed platform. So if you go to the Inventor tab, and you kind of look over here, you'll see different course pathways. So each one of these is a different course pathway. So we're going to stick mostly to, for the 240 class, we're going to stick to Inventor, Beginner to Certification. For the 244 class, we'll do a little bit of this, and then we'll go into some of the more advanced parts and assemblies, and we'll start prepping for a user certification exam. So Autodesk has a user certification exam now, really similar to the certification exam that SolidWorks has. And Solid Professor does a really good job kind of scaffolding all of the skills you're going to need for that, for those exams, which is super helpful. So we roughly follow kind of their progression of skills. So
Is there
Um,
any vouchers available?
so if you, yeah, so Ken, you're in the advanced class. That's a great question. Um, for SolidWorks, SolidWorks gives us free vouchers for our license. So then I pass those along to you for free. Unfortunately, Autodesk doesn't do that. Well, the Autodesk is free, so we don't have to pay for a license. The school doesn't. Therefore, they're not they don't give us free vouchers. Um, so that would be, yeah, that would be an on your own thing. I think it's like $99 for a test, and I think you get 2 chances if I remember right. They just changed their exam policies last last month. I think in December they changed it. Um, and if you're okay, so if you're a 240, if you're a beginning user, typically you wouldn't test for the exam until the end of your advanced level semester. So you'd want to take 2 semesters of Inventor. It's based on hours, so like the SolidWorks, um, all the literature from SolidWorks says, to take the exam, you roughly need about 250 hours in front of SolidWorks to have the skills and stuff needed. Um, Otherwise, you're not going to do well on the test. So, and that usually translates to 2 semesters of time. But I've had students that were in beginning in 255, and they came in with some SolidWorks experience, and they worked really hard. They cruised through all of the curriculum, and they passed the test. So not to say that it can't be done. It will take some work on your part, though, outside of class. You have to work ahead um, in the curriculum, basically, to do it. But if you want some help with that, I'm around to help you with that too. So I have not set up the classes yet, but when you come in here and you click on the classes tab, pretty soon, this afternoon or tomorrow morning, you're going to see CAD 244. CAD 244, but it's going to say spring 2021, or it's going to say CAD 240 spring 2021. That'll be your class. That's not in there yet, but it will be tomorrow morning. So, um, so what I usually do, the workflow is I usually send you an email in the morning before each class, or actually for you guys it's noon, basically somewhere in there, sometime in the morning before class starts. That'll give you a heads up as to where to go. Like, I put an assignment um, in the Solid Professor class, or go to D2L. And we'll go to D2L right now, and we'll talk through, and I'll show you what that looks like. There we go. Okay, let me get into the correct class. And if you guys have been CCD students before, D2L should look pretty familiar. I'll just go into CAD 244 class. Okay. So, and I'm gonna pretend I'm a student. So view as student. Okay. So you go in here, under content, if you were looking for the syllabus again, the syllabus is not in here. Okay. The syllabus will be in here. The other thing that we'll go to is assignments. And as you can see, there's already one assignment for you right here to complete today. It's a very quick questionnaire on just a status update, like how you're doing on installing Inventor and whether you've gotten a subscription to Solid Professor. I just want to check in and make sure everyone's good to go, so that we don't, start doing some work tomorrow and people are left behind. I don't want that to happen. So, so you can click that, download it, type in your answers, and then just upload it again when you're completed with it. So once you click that, you'll have an option to upload your file once it's complete. So even when you complete part files in Inventor, I'll have you upload those Inventor part files here too. because you can submit all different kinds of files. You can submit any kind of you can submit CAD files or Word files or any other kind of file. So that's where we're gonna submit our work. So there will be days when I send you an email and say, hey, just go and check out the assignment for today. Within this assignment, there might also be a YouTube link for a video that I make. So I'll record a video, maybe go over some skills or introduce an assignment. I'll upload that to YouTube, and then I'll give you guys the video link to click on, and then an assignment that's related to that. So so it's a pretty basic workflow. It's basically check your email, see what's going on for the day, and then you'll either be directed to D2L, and you can check the assignments, and basically it'll just be the assignments that you're directed to. I tend not to leave announcements or comments on this front page. Mostly just the assignments, and then you'll see the date and stuff like that, or you'll be directed to Solid Professor, which is this guy again, and you'll just go click in your I'll just go home again. You'll click on classes, you'll find your class here, and then once you go to that class, you'll see the list of assignments for that day, and it'll just start to grow. So there'll be one assignment tomorrow, and then another assignment the next day, and it'll just kind of grow down from there. So so yeah, when you finish these, you can save your files, and then upload those files to D2L. Is there any questions so far about any of this? I know this is a review for a couple of you guys, but this seemed pretty straightforward.
I went to Solid Professor, and it gives you like the three things, individual, membership, teams, and then the academic. We would go to academic.
You could probably just do an individual at that point. Yeah, that's yeah, I think I don't think they give you I mean, most of their students, the majority of their users are students, so it's they don't really give you a student discount, unfortunately. So
Okay, so then it's just the 49 a month.
49 a month. They used to do it. It was 85 for the year.
Yeah, it says 49 a month or 490 annually.
No way. That can't be right. Um, okay, I'm gonna have to get back to you on that one. They couldn't have done it. They couldn't have increased it that much because they would increase it year to year, and it would be like $5 increase. Maybe go to the academic one. Maybe the individual one is for professionals. Try the academic.
Yeah,
I think it is academic.
Yeah, and I can't find our school on the academic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Somebody else said that last semester, and then I emailed them and they're like, no, it's in there. But she swore it was not in there for a bit. Okay, let's see. Student store. Okay, select your school. Community College of Denver. There it is. Yeah, so you click there, then continue.
There it is. Okay.
Okay, and I'm just gonna put in email. Oh, it's currently in use. Okay, hold on, let's see. Let me see if I can put in my other email. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull together a list of things that are like kind of decent, like online job chatting kind of sites.
Let's see here. Select the form below to create a new account. I already did. So I think once you find your school and follow that, it should give you that $85 price. I
Okay,
believe.
yeah, it does.
Okay, great. Phew, that would have been a huge bummer.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right. Yeah, any more questions from you guys? You good? Okay. And let's just check in. Michael, were you able to get Inventor installed on your computer?
Yes, but I had the whole thing from Revit and everything else.
Okay.
So I just went in and signed it up.
Okay.
But I did the professional. Does it matter?
Not too much. Yeah. Yeah, that's you have a better program, but we probably won't get into the features of that. So and I think Ken and Jobin, you guys are all good on the install. And Jesus, are you did you get that all installed? Okay. Yeah, Jesus, did you get Inventor installed?
Steve,
Oh, Jobin, yeah.
yeah, I installed the 2020. That's fine, or
Yeah. Yeah, that'll be fine.
all right.
Yep, that's good. Okay. Well, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna we'll call it a day for today. And the thing I wanted most was just to get you guys all set up and make sure that you're going for tomorrow. And then so tomorrow, just check your email, and I'll give you some direction on where to head to, and it can be tomorrow anytime. It doesn't necessarily have to be during class time. Yeah. So yeah, if there isn't any questions, well, I'll let you guys go. And if you run into stuff that that comes up for you, text me, email me, whatever you want to do, and we'll get you squared away and figured out. And yeah, it should be a good semester. Also, know that you can, if you're having difficulty, or if you just want to come in to the lab, that is the lab is open. So we're going to have work studies there. I mean, it's most days till about 6 in the evening, and I'm there on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. So so if you need to come in and work, if you need to come in and use a 3D printer, stuff like that, feel free to do so. Just send me a quick email and let me know you're coming, and or text me, and you can come into the lab and we can work, and yeah, that'll work out. So all right, well, I'll see you guys again soon, and feel free to reach out.
So
One
tomorrow,
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, one question on the email address. When you're doing the community college of Denver student, don't you have to put your CCD email address?
So I was trying to make a fake account there, and because I used my CCD address already, it said I couldn't use that again. It was already in use by another account. Because I can't get to this page now. Now that I have an account, I can't get to that page anymore. So.
Unless you use a different computer, maybe.
Even if I use a different computer, it sees that email address, that my community college of Denver. And it says it's already in use. So that's my personal email. So
okay.
For some reason it wouldn't let me, and maybe it didn't let me submit because it wasn't a .edu. I'm not sure. But anyway, it sounds like we're.
That's what it is, I bet.
Yeah.
I bet you it flagged that.
Yeah, I think you've got to have a .edu to get that that $80 price. Otherwise, it's $4.90. Yeah. All right. Any other questions?
So on the Solid Professor, because I went ahead, I just bought it and pulled it out, and it has all your classes on here.
Yeah.
Will it allow us to do other things on here also?
Anything you want. You have full run of the whole thing. So
Okay.
if you wanted to go learn SolidWorks, you can go learn SolidWorks. You can there's just a ton of stuff on there. It's great. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I have Linda right now, because I had to have it for one of my other classes.
Yep.
And I've just been going through some of the AutoCAD architecture and the Revit on that, even though I've already had the classes, just trying to add to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Feel free to use Revit on Solid Professor for sure. Yeah. Use it to death. Yeah.
Okay.
And I've looked at Linda a couple times. And it's good. Like there have been some of the tutorials were very good. I think for certain things, Solid Professor is it's a lot more developed. So yeah, it's a really good
All right.
product.
So we'll just check back in on your page tomorrow, and then you'll have whatever assignments and all that stuff we need to start working on.
Yep. Yep.
Perfect.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you guys. And we'll talk to you soon. And have a good rest of your evening.
All right. You too.
All right.
Talk to
Thanks.
you tomorrow.
All right. See you guys. See you, Ken. See you, Jesus.
It was so great, yeah. It was the 4th and 5th graders.